Hey Double Dip babes, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some really cute Easter spring themed nails using products from Double Dip Nails. I do already have my nails prepped. I want for this dip powder application. I do have some new gel polish and peel base for easy nail removal. If you do want your nails to last, make sure to follow a good nail prep routine. The first thing I'm going to be doing is applying my nail tips. These are 3XL nail tips. You really don't need nail tips this long, but these are the ones that I want to use for this manicure. I am going to be applying them using the dip base, which is number 2. I'm just going to apply a little bit of the dip base on the back of the nail tip and go ahead and glue that into place. I am going to be cutting down quite a bit of the nail length because I don't want to do dip powder nails this long. I'm going to go ahead and apply all of the other nail tips. I'm going to go ahead and use my nail tip cutters. These are the measuring ones, so you just spin this little wheel and it measures out all of the nail tips to get them the same length. I am using the longest setting that this has, and I'm just going to push the little white piece against my finger and go ahead and clip down the nail length. When I cut my nail tips, I do like to angle it down just a little bit just to try to get the edge of the nail as straight as possible. I did get these nail tip cutters in one of the mystery boxes, so this is not from the Double Dip website, but if you are interested in any of the products I'm showing, I will try to link everything down below in the description. Using this measuring nail tip cutter is so easy. It makes all of the nails the same length with basically no effort. So here are the nails after they've all been cut down. The next step I'm going to do is to take my professional portable e-file, and using a fine grit sanding band, I'm going to be removing the shine from the nail tips. Doing this step is important to allow the dip powder to properly adhere to your nail tips. You do also want to focus to blend in the nail tip with your natural nail. This is also going to prevent a ledge when you go to do your dip powder application. I'm going to be repeating the same step for all of the other nails. Again, I'm not going to be filing over top of my natural nail because I do have my peel base layer and I do want to be able to easily remove these nails. I'm then taking a hand file and I'm going to be reshaping the edges of the nails. I'm really only doing this to blend in the nail tip with my natural nail. I don't want the nail tips to be thicker than the nail bed area, so I'm just making sure that everything is straight and lined up. Again, I am going to be doing the same step for all of the other nails. So here are my nails after they've all been prepped, and now I'm ready to do the dip powder application. For today's manicure, I'm going to be using 3 dip powder colors from the April collection. 2 of these are new releases, so the yellow and the pink dip powder are new releases for double dip nails. These colors are absolutely gorgeous and perfect for spring. This first one here is 203 and it's called Daisy Duck. The next one is 826 and this is called Pink Punch. And the last one is 641 and this is called Mint Julep. I'm going to be applying my dip powder using the dip base, which again is number 2. I'm also going to be using this little diamond to prop my finger up. This is from my Dap and Dish. I'm going to start with the pink dip powder color. You do want to make sure to roll the jars of acrylic before you use them, just to mix up all of the ingredients. I'm not going to be swatching out these colors, so you can just see what these colors look like when I put them on my nails. Here's a close-up of the powder. It's a really pretty pink color. I'm going to be starting with my pinky nail, and I'm just going to start building a small apex for the nails. I'm just applying dip base starting about half of my natural nail, and I'm going to do a thin strip of base all the way down to the tip of the nail. I'm then going to dip the nail into the dip powder. After the nail is dipped, I did tap away all of the excess dip powder. When I pulled the nail out, I could see that this had a little bit of like a chrome shimmer to it. I thought that was really pretty, but I didn't notice any of that pigment after the dip powder application, so I think they might have just used a little bit of like a chrome pigment just to get the correct color that they were wanting. I am doing the same step to the index and the thumbnail as well. Again, the reason I'm applying the dip powder this way is to just build a little bit of structure for the nails to prevent them from breaking, since they are the length that they are. If your nails are shorter, you don't really need to build an apex with dip powder. The next color I'm going to be using is the Mint Julep, and this is a really pretty blue-green dip powder color. It does look a little bit more blue in camera than it does in person, but this is a close-up of the powder. Again, I'm going to be doing the same methods to do the first layer of this dip powder color. You can also build the structure of the nails with a clear dip powder. Clear dip powders usually have a little bit more strength than the colored dip powders, but personally I just went right ahead with the dip powder colors. And for the middle finger, I'm going to be doing the same step with the yellow dip powder color. After that layer of dip powder is fully dry, I did take the mermaid tail fluffy nail brush and dust away all of the excess dip powder. I am going to be doing more layers of dip powder. I did move the camera angle to get a closer look at the steps that I'm doing. For the second layer of dip powder, I'm just working my way towards the cuticle area of the nail, so I am slowly building out these layers of dip powder. Again, I'm going to dip into the dip powder and tap away the excess. I am going to be repeating the same step on all of the other nails. For this specific manicure, I did 4 total layers of dip powder, and each layer is the corresponding color for that nail. I did not encapsulate my nails with clear or do any clear base layers for this manicure. They're all the colored dip powder layers. Keep in mind when you're doing dip powder nails, you do want to make sure to have 1 or 2 extra layers of dip powder just so that you're able to file and shape the nails without removing all of the dip powder color that you're applying onto your nails. I usually add at least 1 dip powder layer to the nails to make up for the shaping and filing. If you are interested in any of the products that I'm using for this manicure, everything will be linked down below in the description. You can also use my code KCNails20 and that will save you 20% off of your double dip nails purchase. I did not do this step to any of the other nails, but if you do flood your cuticle area immediately after dipping your nail, you can take something pointy like the end of a cuticle pusher and just draw a line around your cuticle area, and that will definitely clean up that area. I'm going to continue and do my final layer of dip powder. After that layer of dip powder is fully dry and I dusted away the excess dip powder, I'm then going to take the activator, which is step number 3, and I'm going to be applying this very generously to all of the nails. As you can see, the nails look pretty bad right now, but the shaping and filing is definitely going to fix that. You do not want to skip this step because the activator fully hardens those layers of dip powder and allows you to properly shape and file the nails. Because the dip powder nails were so lumpy, I am going back with my e-file and the sanding band, and I'm just going to go ahead and file over the surface of the nails. I wanted to use my e-file because these nails were pretty bulky looking, and I wanted to remove the product a lot quicker than if I was using a hand file, so I went ahead and removed the bulk of the dip powder nails with the e-file. I'm then going back with my hand file and using the 100 grit side, I'm going to go ahead and reshape the edges of the nails. I am going for a sharp square shape today. It is a little bit tapered and that's how I like my square nails. You can do any nail shape of your choice, but this is the nail shape I wanted for this manicure. I am currently working on improving some skills that I have, so one of the skills I want to improve is my nail shape. So for this manicure, I really focused on getting the nail shape that I wanted. I did do most of the filing off camera, so here's what the nail looks like after I've got it how I want. As you can see, it's a really big difference from the other nails that I haven't filed yet. So I am going to go ahead and do the same steps to all of the other nails, again off camera because it's very time consuming. So here are the nails after they've all been filed and shaped. As you can see, that's a really big difference. I did file quite a lot and I really like how the nail shape looks. For the next step, I am taking the base coat gel. This is from one of the polygel kits. You do get this product in all of the polygel kits, but I will link my favorite one down below. I'm going to be applying a layer of this base coat gel onto all of the nails. I'm going to be doing some nail art, but I wanted to apply a gel layer just to have a very smooth nail surface. One thing I do want to mention is I did forget a step, so after you file and shape your nails, you do want to apply another layer of the activator, again just to make sure that those layers of dip powder are fully dry. I did kind of skip this step, so if you're doing your own nails, you do want to make sure to include that in your manicure. I'm then going to cure that layer for 1 minute under a UV LED nail lamp. After that layer is fully cured, I am taking a lint-free wipe and some rubbing alcohol to remove the sticky layer from all of the nails. I'm doing this because my nail art turns out a lot better if I don't have the sticky layer from the base coat. For the nail art, I am taking the white gel liner. This is from the first gel liner collection. This is number 9. From that same collection, I'm going to be using the black gel liner, this pink gel liner from the Glow the Night gel liner collection, also this orange gel liner. This again is from the first gel liner collection. I'll be using a few more, but I do show them as I use them. I'm going to be taking my marble mixing palette to place some of the gel liner polish on. I'm just taking the black gel liner polish and applying a little bit onto the nail palette. I'm going to start by taking this dotting tool and using the bigger side, I'm going to pick up that black gel polish. I'm going to start doing the eyes of the chicken. I'm just placing these a little bit higher up than the middle of my nail. I'm then taking the orange gel liner and I'm going to be doing the beak. So to do the beak, I'm just doing a small triangle just underneath the eyes. I'm just taking the white gel liner and I'm going to be using this to draw the cracked eggshell around the chicken. For this step, I'm just drawing a zigzag line across the entire bottom portion of the nail. It doesn't really matter if the lines are not perfect because I am going to be filling in the bottom portion of this line, so it does make the nail art look a little bit more 3D. So once I have that line, again, I'm going to fill in the bottom portion of the nail with the white gel liner. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of the cracked eggshell at the cuticle area of the nail. For this, I'm just starting by outlining the edge of my cuticle just to make sure I don't get any of the polish on my skin. And from the cuticle outline, I'm just going to start doing little triangles. For this portion of the eggshell, I did not want it to be too thick, so I'm making sure not to draw triangles that are too big. I'm making sure I don't have any excess polish on the sides and the tip of the nail. I'm then going to cure that layer for 1 minute. For the next design, I am going to be doing the bunny rabbit. I'm just taking that white gel liner and I'm going to be doing a half circle at the free edge of the nail. Once I have that half circle, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with the white gel liner. So I'm going to go ahead and do the ears now. So I'm starting on the left side of that circle and I'm just drawing a line going up. I do want this to be a tiny bit curved because bunny ears are not super pointy. So I do want to round the edge just a little bit. Bunny ears are pretty long, so I did make it a little bit longer. Once I have the first ear, I'm going to move over to the right side of that circle and I'm going to be doing the second bunny ear as well. I almost made this ear like flopped downwards, but I thought I would make it a little bit more symmetrical and just do them both sticking up. The most difficult part about this specific nail design was trying to get these as even as possible. I did want them to match pretty well, so making them perfectly even was a tiny bit difficult. I'm then taking the small side of my dotting tool and I'm just going to pick up the white gel polish color from the gel liner, and I'm going to be placing tiny dots on the sides of the eyes for the chicken. I then went ahead and cured that layer under the nail lamp. Going back with the bigger side of my dotting tool, I'm going to be doing the eyes of the bunny rabbit. For these types of cartoon characters, you do want to make the eyes a tiny bit further apart than you would think, because that does make them look really cute. Before I cure that layer, I'm going to be adding a little bit more of the detail. So I'm taking the pink gel liner from the Glow the Night collection, and I'm going to be doing a thin strip of this inside of the ears. I'm also going to be doing the bunny nose. So for this, it's just a tiny upside down triangle. Once I have that like I want, I went ahead and cured. I'm going to go ahead and apply some of the white gel polish onto my nail palette. I'm also going to take this yellow. This is from the Glow the Night gel liner collection. I chose this one because it does match the yellow dip powder color pretty well. I'm going to apply that to the nail palette as well. I did take this blue gel liner from the first collection. It was a little too blue and too dark, so I'm just going to be mixing a few colors together to get this as close as possible to the mint color. I'm then taking this really bright yellow gel liner. This is from the first collection. I'm just adding a tiny bit of this color to try to lighten out that blue. I'm not the best at color theory, but this just turned it super green. I then added a little bit more blue. I then added a little bit of white, and I got the color pretty close. Going back with my dotting tool, I am going to be using the bigger side, and I'm just going to start with the yellow gel polish color. For the polka dots, I'm just starting at my cuticle area in the center of the nail. I'm then going to skip a space and add another yellow dot. I'm then going to do that again for one more dot. I didn't want to have to keep cleaning the dotting tool, so I wanted to do one color at a time. That's why I'm kind of measuring out the distance between these dots. I'm then going to add some dots on the sides of the nail as well. I am trying to get this as even as possible. Once I have those yellow dots, I did clean off my dotting tool. I'm then going to take the mint gel polish color that I mixed up, and I'm going to do some dots down the center of the nail. Then taking the white gel polish color, I'm going to do some dots on the sides of the nail. This does sound a little bit confusing. You can do them however you want. This is just how I chose to do my polka dots. I wanted to keep a good amount of yellow in this nail design, so I am sticking with the same pattern for the yellow dot placement, but for the mint and the white dots, I did change the placement a little bit. I'm going to be doing the same polka dot pattern for the thumbnail as I did for the pinky. Because the thumbnail is a little bit bigger, I did have to add another row of polka dots. Before I cure that, I am going back with the small side of my dotting tool and the white gel polish, and I'm going to be adding some highlights to the bunny eyes. I'm then going to cure that layer under the nail lamp. After that layer is cured, I'm taking the top coat gel. Again, this is from one of the polygel kits, and I'm going to be applying a layer of this onto all of the nails. I really love the consistency of this gel top coat. It does give the nails a really pretty shine that lasts, and this is also a no wipe top coat, so after you cure, you do not have the sticky layer to remove from the nails. I went ahead and cured that under the nail lamp. And the last step is to take the cuticle oil, which is number 6. This one smells really good and it's very hydrating for your skin. I'm just going to be applying some of this to all of the cuticles. And here are the nails. I absolutely love this nail design so much. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you do like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, you can click the boxes and subscribe to Double Dip's YouTube channel by clicking the circle here. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel by clicking the circle here.